me say a word to the Tea Party people and the others that will not touch the birth certificate issue. If you are saying, well, you believe that the birth certificate issue is a lost cause, that you're never going to get anywhere with it because there are just too many people involved in it. Supreme Court is involved in the cover-up. Hillary Clinton is involved in the cover-up. Dick Cheney is involved in the cover-up. George Bush, Laura, they're all involved in the cover-up, right down to the Supreme Court and members of Congress. They're all involved in the cover-up, and nobody, and the media is also involved in the cover-up, so nobody is going to be able to overthrow all that many people in government to actually bring Obama to trial. That's where you may be at on this matter. You may be there. You may very well think that nobody's ever going to be able to overthrow all of these high-powered political people and actually bring Obama to trial on the fact that he's not a U.S. citizen. You may believe that. But let's go through this step by step now. You believe that he's guilty of treason, but you also likewise believe that it just can never come to trial because there are just too many powerful people involved. Is that what you say, Tea Party people? Is that what you say, Glenn Beck? I've heard you say it out of your own mouth. In addition to the fact that it would tear this nation apart in order to try to do that. But if that is what you say, then in essence what you're saying is that you know that the man is the world's most notorious political criminal, but you're going to turn a blind ear and a deaf ear and a blind eye to it because you just believe it's just too difficult to bring him to trial. But you know he's a criminal. Well, if you know he's a criminal, how can you rest? Why is it that you are comfortable allowing him to continue in the office of president? And listen to this, Glenn Beck. Now listen to this very carefully, Glenn Beck and Tea Party people. How can you allow this man to send our sons and daughters into harm's way to fight battles for this nation if he doesn't have the authority and the agreement of God and the Constitution in order to do it? He doesn't have the authority from God nor our Constitution. Yet you say to keep your job, or you think that somehow or another you can turn this election around or turn the political structure of our nation around in 2010. You are willing to let young men and women go to their deaths. You are not going to turn anything around, Tea Party, in 2010, because I'm going to be shouting from the rooftops. You know that he is a criminal. You know he's not the U.S. president. Yet you allowed him to send our sons and daughters into harm's way, into death. You allowed this nation to be ran by one who doesn't qualify, putting all of us under a cloud of death. Yet you let it happen and did not lift up your voice. Then you are worse than a maggot, Glenn Beck. You are worse than a maggot, you Tea Party people, because you know the truth. You are liars through and through, and we could never trust you. We could never trust a Tea Party member. We could never trust you in any office in the presence of our nation, because you will know the truth that puts all of our lives at jeopardy. You will know the truth that tramples on our Constitution. Yet for convenience sake, you won't do anything. Well, that's not the kind of integrity you Tea Party people we're looking for. You have no integrity. And not only will I see Obama arrested, but I will open up my mouth day and night against you Tea Party people who know that Obama's a treasonous act. And yet, for convenience, you haven't said anything. You don't deserve any political office. You don't deserve the run for dog catcher because you have no integrity. And Glenn Beck does not deserve anybody's attention if he knows this man is sending our troops into harm's way and he doesn't have the agreement of God nor the agreement of the Constitution. We need God to bless America. And if we've got a Muslim in the White House who doesn't know God, who's not in agreement with God, then all of us are at jeopardy. Yet you say for convenience sake you are not going to pursue the issue while you're worse and lower than a maggot. And I will not stop talking about you and identifying you Tea Party. I guarantee you, God be my witness. God be my witness, Glenn Beck and you Tea Party people, God be my witness, I will explain this truth over and over again every day from now until Obama is arrested, so that every American will know that y'all are hypocrites of the worst magnitude. You don't care about the truth. You don't care about the Constitution. But for your convenience sake, for your popularity's sake, you will not open up your mouth against this act of treason, against this criminal that's in the White House. I will open my mouth every day. You will not succeed. You will not succeed. God be my help. God be my strength. God be my witness. You will not succeed, Tea Party. You will not succeed, Glenn Beck, or anybody else for that matter. I will make this truth plain. God give me the articulation of speech and the ability to draw breath. Every American will know what y'all have done for convenience sake. For convenience, you have allowed in every troop, every soldier, every official, every military person that dies from this day forward, I'm going to reserve their names, and everyone that Obama personally sends to Afghanistan, I'm going to reserve their names as they die, and note that they died in vain, because he who sent them did not have the authority and the agreement of God. You cannot have a Muslim president in a Christian nation sending our Christians off to fight wars. It cannot. God doesn't agree with that. It wasn't a Muslim God that blessed America from sea to shining sea. It was not the Hindu God that blessed America from sea to shining sea. Allah did not bless America from sea to shining sea. It was the Lord Jesus Christ that blessed America from sea to shining sea. And God, mark my words, this Jesus mark my words. Tea Party members, mark my word, I will make it plain. God will give me the ears of America, and I will tell them what y'all have done. I will tell them that the life and death of our young people you cared nothing about. You were more interested in cajoling your way into elected office. I will speak clearly about Glenn Beck, that he knew, and he's on record of knowing that Obama's birth certificate issue, but would rather choose to fight smaller issues, while this man says you have no integrity, no honesty, and you will not survive long as God lets me draw breath. ATLAH. That's what God said. That's what God said.